Hi, hello, and welcome everyone. Welcome back to another Doctor Who reaction. Today we're going to be watching episode number 3 out of series 15. And this is almost half of the last series that's online at the moment. You guys have told me that the rumors I heard about the possible end of this show, Doctor Who, is not really true. I mean, they are rumors, but you guys told me, and not only one person, but multiple persons have told me that those are just rumors and that you guys really think that Doctor Who is going to continue. So I want to believe you. Like I said, I can't really look into this topic myself yet because I don't want to get spoiled for the last series, but I really want to believe you when you tell me this is not going to be the end. So let's stay positive. Let's just watch this episode and appreciate it for what it is. Probably not the last third episode of a Doctor Who series. Last week's episode, oh my gosh. What a gift they gave us. What an episode. It was hilarious. It was fun. It was everything that I needed out of this show. It was so freaking well written. It was one of the best Doctor Who episodes in my eyes. So the expectation for this week's episode are slightly less high than last week's episode. Also, yeah, I think we shouldn't go into this episode with too high expectations after last week's one because it could have just been this one episode, and now we're gonna continue with normal, which isn't bad, but like normal basic Doctor Who stuff and not like this super meta, greater than every one of us kind of deal, if you know what I mean. So why am I touching the microphone today? Like every 2 seconds. I don't know if you guys can hear it if I do that, but it annoys me while I'm doing that over and over again. So I'm gonna stop or try and stop doing that. Like I said, last week's episode is untouchable due to many reasons. It's been one of the best episodes that I had ever watched on Doctor Who. But one thing I do want to say, looking back at it, my rating was a little bit too high. I want to take it back. It's like very unusual that I give an episode like a worse rating than last week. Most of the times, if I change my ratings, they get better. But this week, I need to change it and make it slightly worse. And we're gonna go from a 10 to 9.5 due to the fact that I have rewatched the episode while editing, and really this story love thing with it's not the janitor, what was he called, the guy whose wife died and he stayed in the cinema and then he killed himself in the end there. At least that's what they try and tell us. We don't really see him dying, but they're implying that he did. And due to the fact that they made the decision to tell him to kill himself just because his wife died, like just because his wife died, this is as bad as it can get, but you shouldn't kill yourself if something like that happens, and you shouldn't put that into a TV episode and imply that it's a good thing to do. So that's why I'm taking back the 10-point rating. I'm gonna go back to a 9.5, but still top-notch episode. Top-notch. So this time, what are we gonna do? I think from now on, it's gonna be like the next 2 to 3 episodes before we head into the finale stuff is gonna be like a usual Doctor Who episode kind of deal, in terms of we do have a companion who wants to travel with the Doctor now and who trusts the Doctor now. At least that's what she said in the last episode. So it's gonna be a, I don't know, let's just travel and find out where we land kind of deal. Or maybe they're gonna try and find out, or still continuing to try and find out what happened to the planet Earth on the 24th of March. I kind of forgot the date. No, May. 24th of May. I think that's the right one. So we're gonna have to find out what's going on. So I guess it might be the case that we're like gonna travel to planets where we might expect an answer to whatever happened to the planet Earth. I don't know. But I expected to get a little bit more calmer and a little bit more laid back. Normal, usual Doctor Who basic stuff. Before, in episode or around episode 6, 7, and 8, we're gonna pick up the main topic again and it's gonna get really bad. That's what I expect it to be like. So I say, let's start the episode, shall we? So, okay, we're still trying to get back to planet Earth. Right where we left off.
That is a promise.
You can't promise.
Look at me.
No, you can't. You shouldn't promise. You can, but you can't.
I do.
Baby, keep it. Seen that a lot of times. You made promises, but wait, we landed?
Do we still exist?
I love future episodes.
Do we get to change our clothes?
But shouldn't we go outside and look how they are dressed first, so we dress appropriate? Oh, maybe the doctor already knows how to dress. Again, Britney Spears. Wow. Ooh. It's exactly those clothes.
What have we done?
Oopsie. Oh, and also, by the way, before I forget, if you're missing David behind me, yeah, he's still alive, but he didn't make the glue that I first had sticked onto the wall, and then I put it on the thing. What's it called? Wardrobe? I don't know. It didn't hold up and it fell down, but I'm gonna put it back on again. I just have to find the right glue. Oh, wow, look at that. Not a lot of life on this planet, though.
Look.
I mean, not a lot to see, I guess. Oh, except the sky. Yeah, that's always a treat. Oh, think they kind of found out?
That's the point. We're like mystery shoppers. Correct answer, good.
So.
Love how she's playing along, even though she's not really good at it.
You've traveled all this way. What for?
Yeah, what for? What is on this planet other than stone and darkness?
Base went silent.
How many colonists?
35?
Should we really go in there or just let it be? We don't need to find out what killed them all. It's important that they all died. So maybe it should stay that way. We should just abandon it and leave. Because whatever killed them is probably gonna try and kill us.
It's not appropriate to call me babes.
Okay, hon. Broken everything.
What? How does that happen? Ew, that foot doesn't look normal. Or is it just in a bad position?
This one has been shot in the back. Laser fire.
My guess? One of them got possessed and tried to kill the others.
Every single room, there's no mirrors.
Oh, see? So whatever possessed them, it came out of the mirrors. They found that out, but it was already too late because too many people were possessed already.
Half of them have been shot. Half of them have been assaulted. What sort of fight is that?
I already explained what I think it is.
There's a heartbeat
There is?
inside that room.
Oh, and a person who knows what happened. That would make things so much more easier. Oh my gosh, my cat in the toilet. She's really going for it.
She with her granddad and she's 2 years old and I just want to see her.
Oh.
I shot her, right? I did it, but she was gonna kill me.
See? Told ya.
Do not move.
Well,
Eyes on me at all times. Do you understand?
That is handy. Having like a real-time translator. Like translator. Subtitles. Oh, okay.
No private conversations.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. Did he just tell her that he's not with them? That he's on his own?
And it all happened so fast.
But not you.
Because she didn't look in the mirror.
And I had to kill my best friend. Can I do my approach?
Oh, come on.
She's a nurse. Just let her... I mean,
Yeah.
we've got a higher rank than you. So we can do whatever we want to do.
I'm a nurse.
Just a second ago she said she needed no doctor. But she needs a nurse.
So we just abandon our protocol, is that it, ma'am? Be careful of her.
I can still let breathe.
Yeah, of course she can.
Any sign of trouble, shoot to kill.
Oh my god! That's not necessary. She's not danger. I mean,
Thanks, but I don't know what any of this is.
yeah, okay, she might change from one second to the other and try and kill them, but yeah, I guess she's not gonna do that. Wait, what was that look? Oh no.
All clear.
Is she evil? She's just pretending? Oh no. Maybe I made a mistake. Great. Now insecure. Wow, that goes very good. Don't fall into it.
No one home.
But maybe something came out of it.
Shooting drive sharks from the age of 6. I could run faster than a snake glider.
Impressive.
Planet Earth.
Never heard of him.
Stupid name for a planet.
Never heard of it?
Your tests are very strange.
Okay, that's weird. So we really ended
Bad luck, me and
in this. Fuck, I forgot to turn on my microphone for how long?
funny things. What does that mean? Oh, is that gone?
Ah, shoot. It's gonna be a hell of an editing again. Adjusting everything. Oh no. Why am I so stupid?
Have you ever heard of I thought I saw.
My heart just stopped beating. It just skipped a beat. These headphones are way too loud.
Anyone there?
There's nothing. It's just me.
Uh-huh. I don't think so.
Is it ready? Yeah.
Okay, now I'm a little afraid.
Humans, I mean.
I never heard of you.
Yeah. Weird. Well, that's useful. Maybe. Well, not too much, though.
Which confirms Alice Fenley is the only one left alive.
Well, if you say it that way. I was probably wrong about her, and she is really evil. What was that?
I'm stupid. There's nothing there.
There was something behind her.
You thought you saw a person? I didn't, did I?
It looked like a shadow. Just say that.
What?
What? Are you seeing something, sir?
Did you see something?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
It's a great big empty room. There can't be anything, can there?
What is it?
And you saw it before. You did. You saw it.
There's nothing there.
Yeah, but I saw something.
Does she have to sit in the middle of a room? Can't we just
Oh, this is how it started.
make her sit right in front of a wall? So there's nothing behind her?
Let's prove it. Hanno, I'll keep guard.
If she's a normal person, this is horrible.
Bentley as a center point and execute a full circle.
Come on, please.
Leave me alone.
Look, she's terrified.
Yeah.
Be considered a threat to life.
Excuse me?
Don't know what
It is.
Well, that's helpful.
Diamonds. This is a diamond mine. The entire surface of this planet was once made out of diamond.
Diamonds are mirrors. Like, right? Okay, I sound stupid. But I think it mirrors back if you look into it. Does it? I don't think so. I've never seen a diamond in real life, so I don't know.
It was called Midnight.
I've been here before.
Oh my gosh!
What did you do?
This episode just elevated from 10 to 1,000.
No, don't! Come back!
It's not appropriate for me to smile right now, but
Something came out of the well. That's what they said.
Permission to override the orders of this civilian mob.
Permission not given.
There is something behind her, and if you go behind it, you die.
I got that before she explained it with all the screws on the floor.
If something is standing behind, then why don't we get rid of you?
It go behind you.
Yeah. Mr. Super Clever.
It hide behind your back, and it stays there forever.
Doctor, you said you'd been here before. When was that?
A different life.
Yeah.
And I met something. I've never been so scared in my life.
Oh yeah. I remember.
It played games.
Yeah, I did.
When the leader is incompetent.
There is always one guy.
We should all just calm down. And you will be silent or you will be shot.
There is always this one guy.
And I maintain.
No, don't!
Yeah, just go behind her. Why is he not dying? I want him to die.
Either we disprove this story or we meet the enemy. Prepare to engage.
This is your responsibility.
Don't look. Shut up!
If that one guy dies, it's your responsibility. Yeah. Told ya. Yeah. 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 That is what needed to happen. I'm sorry, but look at this. He's responsible for all those dead people.
I had to. He was out of control.
Yes.
It's what it turns us into.
No, you had to. You did the right thing. You had to stop the killing. You prevented worse. It just takes one idiot to kill many, many people. Just because he's stupid.
It's not my fault.
No, it's not your fault. No.
I'm sorry. You're contaminated.
My daughter.
But we can't abandon her.
That's not what I said.
So what did you say?
You're back on me. Please don't turn your back on me.
And now it stops.
What does that mean?
What are you?
What was that?
Did it say something?
It's responding.
Maybe that's how you survived. You can't hear it. It knows my name.
So it's the neighbor. I'm sorry.
There it is.
What?
The way out. Oh, and I'm an idiot!
Explanation?
Get ready to run, and I mean run!
Explanation? Please?
That's what I mean. Get ready.
For what?
It broke all the mirrors.
It'll see itself.
Oh.
Run! Run! Run!
it worked.
I want to see it.
I want to see it? Isn't that the most stupidest idea that I've ever heard? Did he just see it? I want to see it. Was it an old lady with grey hair? Oh no. Oh? No.
What was that?
What now?
He's here.
Is it wrong to feel excitement? I'm sorry. I know this situation is really bad, but I do want a sequel to Midnight because I love that episode so freaking much.
It's not me.
Can we start repeating each other's sentences?
I don't think it's me.
I'm so sorry.
It's not your fault.
No, it's not your fault. It's the doctor's fault for wanting to know how it looked. Probably. Maybe.
He's a very good shot.
Oh dear.
This is my job.
I think we can trust her. She's got the skills.
To help. To protect.
I got goosebumps.
It's okay. I've got you.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Did it work? Are we safe?
Yeah. She sacrificed her life for yours.
They'd never heard of the Earth.
Yeah.
What's happened to the Earth?
I mean, we've been to other planets where people didn't know what the Earth was, the humans were, because it was too far away and too far into the future. Universe is really big.
Nuke the site from orbit, never to return.
And this doctor, what do we know about him?
Oh, hello, neighbor!
He's got this sort of cargo.
I recognized her voice immediately.
A vindicator in action. That's very good news. Thank you.
You okay? Sounds like a nightmare down there.
Yeah, it was. Okay. Okay. So it's not dead. Midnight is still alive. Oh, what an episode. Okay. Well, that was a wild ride. And I kind of forgot to turn on my microphone again after turning it off because my cat was going crazy in the other room. Ugh. Like when she uses the toilet, she always starts scratching at the door and at the plastic walls. And sometimes she just goes crazy and doesn't stop at all. So I had to go outside and tell her to stop. And when I came back, I think it was back then when I kind of forgot to turn on the microphone again, which was really shit. But I do have this backup program running that records my voice from the camera, which is way worse than my microphone voice, but it's like a backup if something like that happens. Invented that back then when I talked for half the episode of the Peter Doctor's episode when he was in that tower for a trillion years, and I turned off the microphone and talked and my voice was just gone. So I invented this kind of thing. It's not perfect because, like I said, the recording of the webcam is not nearly as good as the one from the microphone, but you can hear what I say, and that's the important thing. So let's talk about this episode. Oh my freaking gosh. First, the episode started like any other Doctor Who episode. So we just travel to a new planet and there are 5 people. Most of the times it's 5 other people I think it was like 7 or 8 in this episode, but at first we find those strange people. I mean, the situation was a little bit different now that I think back at it, how it started with like falling out of the sky onto this planet. But all in all, it's this, yeah, we're on a new planet and there is a bunch of new people and then there is something evil and we fight it and that's it. And that those are almost all of the time episodes that I end up not liking as much. So my expectations that weren't too high to begin with deteriorated pretty fast from that point. And I have to be honest, I was sitting here, I was watching it, I was trying to enjoy it, but I thought to myself, okay, this is not going to be an episode that I'm going to end up liking at all. Also, in addition to that, it didn't help that I kind of figured out, let's say, part of the premise of this episode when they found the first victims. And they're like, okay, some of them were shot, some of them had broken bones. And I'm like, yeah, so that means some of them were possessed and others shot them. And I thought, okay, not only is it that kind of episode that I really don't like, but also it's not even written in a way where I'm like, ooh, this is a really big mystery. What's going on over here? So yeah, that was the first 10 minutes. But upon entering this one big room and finding that innocent woman sitting in the middle of it, I picked up on a change within the normal premise of such episodes. Because all of a sudden it felt very horror vibey. It felt more like a psychological thing than a action-packed horror, we're gonna fight whatever possesses the people on this ship by shooting it down. So I'm like, oh, maybe it can get interesting again because this is really cool. I like psychological stuff. And I really enjoy trying to figure out whether that woman was innocent or not. Because at the beginning we didn't know. So it opened up a new mystery that I couldn't solve, which is always really intriguing for me. So I was back in at that point. And then we had those conversations going on. And I should have picked up on it when it was all about talking and about trusting and distrusting different people. I should have picked up on it because it was the same in Midnight. It was like the same kind of vibe that existed. Just that the monster wasn't as active as it was in Midnight. Because in Midnight, like the doctor said, it tried playing with the people. It tried putting them against each other, which it did in that episode as well, but not actively. In this episode, it was like the people who were met with this dangerous thing that they couldn't explain, and they kind of destroyed themselves. Actually, it was just one stupid person that was needed in order to destroy most of the lives on this planet. So it wasn't like Midnight exactly, because the monster was way more passive. It didn't play with the people in that way, but it played with them in a more subtle way. And one person was needed to fall for it, and people were dying again. So kind of the same, but also different. And then we find this well, and oh, by the way, just real quick in between, because this is not a real deal for me, but I want to address it, is the fact that they didn't know the planet Earth. And I know that they want to show us that the planet Earth doesn't exist in this universe. I know what they are trying to do. It's okay, and I'm gonna accept it for what it is. But to be honest, we've been on so many planets and so many timelines where people or aliens didn't know the planet Earth even existed, and we didn't think one thing about it, like so many times. It doesn't really fit with the overall topic, because we've had that topic so many times before, and we didn't even care that aliens didn't know the planet Earth or what a human being is. Just wanted to let you know about that one. Okay, so we are close to that well, and we're kind of trying to solve this mystery, and all of a sudden this lady starts explaining what kind of planet this is. And no wonder I couldn't figure it out on my own, because, like, have you seen that planet and do you remember how it looked back then in the Midnight episode? So freaking different. And I mean, she explained how it happened. Then she started talking about diamonds, and I'm so stupid because I started like talking about how a diamond could be like a mirror, or a surface like a mirror, and mirroring stuff, and maybe that's where the monster came from, and like making up all those theories in my head that had nothing to do with what actually happened. But I was still listening to her explanation, which was really good, because I didn't miss when she said the planet was called Midnight. And in that second, like in just 1 second, it was a completely 180 turnaround. And the quality of this episode, at the beginning, it was at -10. My expectations were as low as they can get. Then when we went into this super big room with that innocent lady, it went to like 10 to 15, and I'm like, oh, this could be good. And then they said midnight, and all of a sudden my expectations were over the top, and I'm like, okay, I'm here for the ride. I'm here for the ride, which is very interesting because I'm very aware that they could have just told the very same storyline, just not mention the name Midnight. It could have been any other monster, because like I said, it wasn't really the same mechanics that the monster used like in the Midnight episode. So it could have just been any other monster. It could have been any other planet. It didn't have to be like that. That is something to do with the Midnight episode. And I would have watched the very same episode, could have liked it, but not being that excited. Only the fact that they mention my most favorite Doctor Who episodes of all time, which, by the way, is so surreal, because I've been talking about it in the last episode for minutes, and I'm like, oh, Midnight, do you remember Midnight, how cool it was? And then 1 episode later we get to this. So what I'm trying to say is, this one mentioning of my most favorite Doctor Who episode made this episode, in my eyes personally, so much better than it would have been for me if they didn't. Which is weird, and I'm aware of the fact that I was manipulated into really liking the episode because of that. I'm aware, but I don't care, because I was enjoying it that much. Also, it had something in common with Midnight, because it was very psychological, horror, vibey kind of, you know what I mean, deal. That wasn't a real sentence, I'm sorry, but you know what I mean. So, yeah, that was the episode. And also, I am so freaking glad that it doesn't seem as if it's over. It seems as if it got out of that planet onto a spaceship, which means it could get anywhere. And maybe it is going to be the one thing that's going to bring down a Doctor at the end. The one single event that the neighbor is talking about. Maybe it's not her herself. Maybe this monster, whatever it is kind of her pet. I don't know. For all we know, she's so strange. She could have like this midnight pet that she sends after the Doctor. I don't know. Also, one thing I want to say about the monster and the fact that they still didn't tell us what it is, how it's called, how it works, because that, to be honest, was a fear that I had when they mentioned it. At the moment they said midnight, I'm like, wow, this is great. But at the same time, my brain was like, okay, if they now explain us what it is, it could ruin, after all those years, the Midnight episode for me in hindsight. And I really don't want that to happen. I really don't. So I am very, very glad that they didn't explain anything and that it's still in the dark what exactly it is, how powerful it is, and what it can do. So I'm very, very glad they didn't ruin the episode, my most favorite Doctor Who episode of all time, in hindsight for me. And I want it to stay that way. So if we do get this monster, whatever it is, back in the finale and it wants to kill the Doctor, please don't make it a CGI ghost or whatever and try to tell me that it's that. I don't want that at all. Don't ruin it for me. Don't ruin my most favorite episode for me. Please. If you want to keep the story alive, it's okay. Those are always great storylines, and the mystery and the psychological horror is one thing that I enjoy so much. But one part of it is that it keeps being a mystery. It has to. Don't ruin it for me. Please, BBC. Thanks. So, let's get to the IMDb rating. The episode is called The Well, and my rating for it would be... Well, I gotta address something first. I want to explain why I am not rating this episode that high, even though it had my favorite monster in it, and a correlation to my most favorite episode of all times. But if you compare it to Midnight, which you have to do because it's related to Midnight, it's not nearly as powerful as Midnight was. That's due to the fact that the monster was so passive. It didn't really play with people. It didn't really show what it can do. And that was the great thing about Midnight. When the people, I still remember that when David tried to warn them and the monster was just copying what he said, and due to that fact the people didn't listen to him and didn't take him serious, and he was fighting so hard because his voice was the only weapon that he had left, and that was what the monster took from him and all. If I start talking about this episode, I'm never gonna stop talking about it. But that was what was really great about this episode. So this was a sequel to it, but it was nearly as good. Not nearly as good, but still, it was better than what I had expected at the start of the episode, like I said. We've had worse episodes with planets, 5 people, one of them is stupid, and a monster that we fight, and in the end, everything is okay. So we have to be somewhere in between, and for me, it's, in the end, a 7.8. It's not that good, and maybe when I started smiling due to the fact that they called it the Midnight Planet, maybe you expected something more from me, because I couldn't stop smiling even though people were dying on screen, which was really funny, to be honest. I know it was inappropriate, and I'm sorry for that, but yeah, I just couldn't stop smiling. And I know you maybe expected a higher rating, but like I said, if you do a Midnight sequel, you gotta give me something more than just a passive monster that doesn't play with humans anymore, or just plays with them in a passive way. You gotta give me something more. Could have been great, because the surroundings, like the space station they were on, this one room in which this innocent woman was sitting, that would have been a really, really good starting point, a great scenery in order to do something like Midnight again. But maybe they didn't want to do it because, well, first of all, it would have been way too obvious. It would have given it all away if the monster did the same thing right away. And second of all, maybe they didn't want to, like, having the same episode twice. It would have been similar to Midnight. So they said, okay, we're going to take the same monster, but it's going to be different, which doesn't really work for me, to be honest, because we don't get any explanations for why it would change. I don't know. It just... I wish it could have been better. We could have done a little bit more with it, because we had the room, we had the horror vibe, we had all of that, but we didn't do anything with it. So 7.8, that's my rating. See what the IMDb people say. Oh, okay. Yeah. You know what? I think it's due to the fact that Midnight is one of my most favorite episodes, and I've had very high expectations the second I heard it, and the episode didn't deliver that. It delivered, but it didn't deliver what I expected it to be after they said this is the planet Midnight. And I think that's why I am rating it lower than the IMDb people, who really thought this was a great horror episode, and maybe due to the fact that it was a callback, they didn't consider all of the things that I just pointed out. That yes, it was Midnight, yes, it was a cool callback, yes, I really love that, but make something out of it. If you do it, there are expectations if you do that kind of thing. So all in all, really liked the episode. It just didn't live up to my expectations due to the fact that Midnight for me is a You know that. My rating for Midnight. Okay, so I just looked it up again and I can't believe my eyes. I can't believe what I'm seeing. I rated this a 9.9, which is just ridiculous. So we have changed the rating of last week's episode. I do want to change this rating as well because it deserves the rating of 1 million. 9.9 is not even close enough to what I want this to be. So this is going to be 1 million, okay? How did I even vote it? 9.9, and I couldn't even believe that I really voted it 9.9. So I did look up this rating Excel sheet that a Patreon of mine has sent me, and I looked for where is it? Midnight. There it is. I looked for Midnight and it said 9.9. Oh, I voted the End of Time Part 2 1 trillion. Okay. So yeah, let's elevate this from 9.9 to 1 million, please. Okay. Now I've completely lost my point, what I was trying to say in the first place. But look at that. Oh my gosh, those were good times back then. I really wish I would still be in series 4 and I wouldn't have seen everything that I have seen. Feels kind of nostalgic to go back and look back and also see David's face. And oh my gosh, this episode was so freaking good. Maybe I'm gonna react, but this is not a promise. This is just a maybe. I'm gonna react to it again, react to it for my Patreon viewers after I finish the whole show. I don't know. Would be cool for Midnight, to be honest. I don't know, but this is no promise. I'm making no promises. Okay, you guys. Thank you all so much for watching this episode together with me. I hope you are well out there and take care of yourself. I see you next Saturday. Until then, have a nice day. Bye!